Our lead story tonight. Well, cases in India have hit an 8-month high today. 2.8 lakh new COVID cases reported in the last 24 hours. So which are the states that are really leading this surge? So the highest number of cases in the last 24 hours is Karnataka at 40,457, followed by Maharashtra, where cases are dipping at over 39,000. Then Kerala at 28,481, followed by Tamil Nadu, cases going up here at 23,888, and Gujarat at 17,119. So we can see there we're already crossing 2.8 lakh cases. Luckily, of course, that our hospitalizations are much less. But here's what's a worrying number. That's really the number of deaths. If you see the next graphic, we're seeing that there's a 2-week surge in deaths, up by 10%. Deaths are rising in 26 states and union territories. Here are the top 10. Though Kerala is about half the deaths during this time, it's been left out because deaths there are declining, so it's not contributing to the rise. And backlog deaths are being added, which are not of this current surge. So there we can see the deaths up a 10% surge in 2 weeks. So those are worrying numbers for states to watch, because not really the infection which is the issue, but hospitalizations and deaths, which we need to track extremely closely. So latest numbers coming out right now from Mumbai, India's financial capital. The latest numbers just released show 6,032 cases in the last 24 hours. And 12 deaths in the last 24 hours. The good news is that though the case number is pretty much the same as yesterday, the positivity rate has dipped to 10% compared to 12.89% 24 hours ago. So we can see there a rapid decline in India's financial capital, Mumbai. Well, moving to other big focus, and that of course is the last countdown to the elections to mandate 2022. Important because these 5 state elections are being seen as a semi-final for 2024. Well, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has taunted his rivals, saying that they're scared to contest the elections. But Akhilesh Yadav today indicated that he will be contesting the Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. It's not clear yet from where. It's probably to be one of the assembly constituencies of his MP constituency, Azamgarh. Is this the Yogi effect? Here's what Akhilesh Yadav said in a day that his sister-in-law, the wife of his half-brother, Mulayam Singh Yadav's younger son, joined the BJP.
मैं आजमगढ़ की जनता से अनुमति लेकर के ही चुनाव लड़ूंगा, अगर चुनाव लड़ता हूं तो। आजमगढ़ की जनता से अनुमति इसलिए लेनी पड़ेगी, वहां के लोगों ने मुझे जिताया है।
The Akhilesh Yadav BJP rivalry turning personal. Aparna Yadav, Akhilesh's sister-in-law, joined the BJP. The BJP, still smarting from high-profile desertions last week, led by OBC strongman Swami Prasad Maurya, suggested Aparna's move was a tit-for-tat defection.
श्रीमती अपर्णा यादव जी भारतीय जनता पार्टी परिवार का हिस्सा बनी हैं। मैं सबसे पहले भारतीय जनता पार्टी परिवार में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। उत्तर प्रदेश के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री और समाजवादी पार्टी के वर्तमान अध्यक्ष श्री अखिलेश यादव जी अपने परिवार में ही सफल नहीं हैं और प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में भी असफल रहे हैं।
मैं हमेशा से प्रभावित रहती थी आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से, और मेरे चिंतन में हमेशा राष्ट्र सबसे पहले है। मुझे लगता है कि राष्ट्र का धर्म मेरे लिए सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है।
The next big question, will Aparna Yadav get a BJP ticket for the election and where will she contest from? Sources say a seat on the outskirts of Lucknow is on offer. But unlike the BJP leaders who switched sides, Aparna, wife of SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav's half-brother Pratik, is a political novice. She lost her only election contest from an assembly seat in Lucknow in 2017 on a SP ticket.
मैं बधाई देता हूं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कि कम से कम हमारी समाजवादी विचारधारा का विस्तार हो रहा है। जिन्हें टिकट हम नहीं दे पा रहे हैं, उन्हें टिकट वो दे रहे हैं।
उनको भारतीय जनता पार्टी और डबल इंजन की सरकार का प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की कार्यशैली पसंद आई। उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आज अपना यानी की सदस्यता ली है। हम उनका स्वागत करते हैं।
On one hand, the BJP brought in a new member who's a political lightweight. On the other, it also formed up ties with old allies through photo ops, though some glitches still remain in the exact seat sharing.
However, it was this announcement of the BJP and its two allies, the Apna Dal S and the Nishad Party, which is more vital for the party. Both are OBC parties, and the BJP is hoping to blunt any fallout after the defection of multiple OBC and SC MLAs and ministers to the SP. The tricky issue of seats could be decided shortly. The Nishat Party chief, a BJP ally for 3 years, recently demanded 15 seats. The Apna Dal S, a much older ally, got 11 seats last time and won 9. This time they want more as loyalty for sticking to the BJP, despite others like Om Prakash Rajbhar's SBSP deserting the BJP.
लेकिन अफसोस की बात है कि पिछड़ों के नाम पर प्रतीकात्मक राजनीति करने वाले दलों ने उस वक्त नीट के उस स्वरूप को स्वीकार किया और ओबीसी के आरक्षण को लागू करने की बात नहीं की।
सबका साथ, सबका विश्वास और सबका विकास, इस काम को हम लोगों ने अमली जामा उत्तर प्रदेश में भी इसको पहनाया है।
The BJP says the seat sharing announcement could happen in a day or two. With Sukirti Dwivedi and camera person Vineet Verma, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
And in Punjab, the Enforcement Directorate is now a key player in the current elections. And in Enforcement Directorate press release, they said that they found 10 crores, including part of it in cash, on recent raids. Now, amongst the raids were those on the current Chief Minister's nephew, and ED sources say that 4 crores cash was found at his residence. The Punjab Chief Minister called a press conference saying this was a conspiracy to target him before the elections, but Arvind Kejriwal immediately targeted him.
It's these raids by the Enforcement Directorate against a nephew of the Punjab Chief Minister that drew a strong reaction from the CM, who, flanked by 3 cabinet ministers, accused the centre of taking revenge for the Prime Minister's security lapse.
मेरे नाम ਨੂੰ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਟੌਰਚਰ ਕਰਿਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਨਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, ਲਾਲਚ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਿਆ। 10 किलोमीटर अगे जाके भी खाली कुर्सियां तो मुड़ के आना सी, 10 किलोमीटर पीछे से मुड़ गए, लेकिन ये बदलाखोरी मेरे नाल क्यों?
But in a statement, the Enforcement Directorate claimed that they had initiated investigation into an FIR of illegal mining registered 4 years ago. They said more than 10 crore in cash, gold worth more than 21 lakh and other items were seized. Sources say that 4 crore was seized from the residence of Mr. Channi's nephew. Tuesday's action was part of an ED investigation into the alleged role of 2 companies in the case. Channi's nephew is one of the 3 directors of the companies. The Aam Aadmi Party, considered the Congress's main rival, said Channi is not an Aam Aadmi but a corrupt man.
कि अगर चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी साहब 111 दिन की बजाय 5 साल पंजाब सूबे के मुख्यमंत्री रहे या रहे होते तो कितनी बेशुमार दौलत वो भ्रष्टाचार करके कमा सकते थे।
In response, the Chief Minister claimed that the Enforcement Directorate had also arrested one of Kejriwal's relatives for money laundering.
केजरीवाल जी कल परसों इत्थे आए थे, बड़ा खुश हो गए कि साडे ईडी आई है पंजाब दे विच, ईडी दे विच 10 जगह छापे वजे इन्हां दे सारे दे मुंडे नूं फड़िया गया।
Having once faced raids by the Enforcement Directorate, the Aam Aadmi Party seems to be backing the recent raid on Chief Minister Channi's nephew, while the Congress has been calling it vendetta politics by the BJP-led central government. With Mohammad Ghazali in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And after Punjab's Bhagwant Singh Mann, the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has also today announced Goa's Chief Ministerial candidate for the AAP. It's Amit Palekar, who is a lawyer from Goa and an activist. He in fact also sat currently in a hunger strike against the demolition of a heritage bungalow in Goa, and he was also active filing petitions with the recent oxygen shortage during the COVID crisis in Goa. So there we are, young Amit Palekar, a lawyer, first-time politician and activist, is now AAP's Chief Ministerial candidate. He spoke to NDTV a short while ago about what's now a multipolar contest in Goa.
I don't consider this kind of alliances of any consequences as far as the Goa elections are concerned. Goan electorate is smart. Goa knows, Goan people know that Aam Aadmi Party is an only option that's available to them, which is to which can emerge as an alternative to this present government, as I say, and is one of the most strongest party which has emerged as a strong contender to form the next government. So these alliances of TMC, or if you look at any other alliances, are of non-existent or non-consequential as far as these elections are concerned. So I don't think we need to worry about it, or because people of Goa are today smart. People of Goa have had hope in Aam Aadmi Party, and that's how we are proceeding on that conviction of the people.
So in a small state like Goa, you really have a multipolar contest, because you've got, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party, and you've also now got the NCP and the Shiv Sena who will be in alliance. You've also got the Trinamool Congress who are not part of this alliance. So really, it's a problem of plenty for the opposition in Goa, which means advantage BJP.
Spoke to the Congress and hoped that there should be some alliance where all three parties which are in the MVA in government in Maharashtra should fight together. Unfortunately, I don't think that has come to any result, and as a result, NCP and Shiv Sena, we had discussions and we felt that we should at least fight the elections together jointly. We will be fighting not all 40 seats, but we will be fighting a substantial number of seats.
Meanwhile, with many parties now having to virtually campaign because of the COVID surge, Congress Priyanka Gandhi also had a Facebook Live, and a video of hers trending from there is her talking about her helping her children with homework even after a day full of election campaigning.
आज सुबह भी मेरी बेटी ने फोन किया कि मेरी एक असाइनमेंट है, उसको देख लो, चेक कर लो. तो मैंने इतना होमवर्क कराया इन बच्चों से, इतना होमवर्क कराया, इनके दोस्तों का भी होमवर्क कराया मैंने. तो मैं एक तरह से वो वाली आंटी थी जिसके पास सब आते थे कि आंटी मेरे ऐसे करना है, मुझे मदद कर लीजिए. कभी कभी तो चुनाव में प्रचार करते 24 घंटे घूम रही हूँ, प्रचार करी, उसके बाद घर आके 3-4 बजे तक बच्चों का होमवर्क और उनके फ्रेंड्स का होमवर्क करती थी.
The reality of being a mother in politics. Meanwhile, in other news, in January the 7th this year, a mid-air collision was narrowly averted between two Indigo flights that took off from Bengaluru airport in two parallel runways after an alert radar controller saw the impending danger and acted. Initial report by the aviation regulator, the DGCA, has said the two flights which were on parallel runways were almost on a path for a collision, but they were narrowly averted. There were over 400 passengers on board both those flights. Indigo hasn't commented yet. A report will be out soon on what actually happened and why these flights were allowed to come so close to each other. Well, let's look at the international COVID cases now. Amid a global spike, there's a record surge in France and Germany once again. So the top 5 countries in the United States, now this is just in 24 hours, we have over 5,73,918, but that's actually coming down. France cases going up at over 4,64,769, and especially when you compare it to their population. India is number 3 in the world at 2,82,970, followed by Italy again with the population which is minuscule compared to India. Then the UK, which is now under 1 lakh at 94,432, and Germany at 93,912. So if you look at the 7-day average of positivity, the United States is topping those charts with nearly 30%, followed by France. India is at number 3, Italy. Italy actually is above that at 16.3%, and the UK's positivity rate has dropped remarkably there at 6.8%. And as we end, well, a family in Andhra Pradesh's West Godavari decided to treat their future son-in-law, an NRI, to 365 different types of food on the occasion of the festival Makar Sankranti. Now, this is hugely excessive, so please don't try this at home, but just look at that menu laid out there.